So Richard Everett, who was murdered in 1994, was a white 15-year-old boy in London, basically. And what shocked me when I looked it up, because obviously Tommy Robinson said, today's the anniversary of the 30th anniversary of Richard Everett's death, and so it must have been quite recent actually that Tommy Robinson was saying this, because that is 2024, isn't it? 30 years later. So I was celebrating the 30th anniversary, and he'd been taken off somewhere or something had happened for this, Tommy Robinson. So he's obviously raised this kid for a reason. And the reason he's raised it, and that's why I asked the question if you or if our gentle viewers have heard of this guy's name, because this Richard Everett was subjected to a racist attack, basically, and murdered by 3 Bengalis in London. Now, they've never actually found the murderer of this kid. By the way, Richard Everett was not involved. He's just a normal 15-year-old school kid walking home or whatever. Yeah. He wasn't involved in any gangs or any of that jazz. Just an innocent 15-year-old man. And you look at this and you think, there's something wrong here, isn't there? When there's a racist attack of a black or brown person by a white person, it's major headlines. Stephen Lawrence is a case in point. It's major headlines for years. Stephen Lawrence Foundation, his mother, his dame. I know you're not a fan of hers out there, and it's a major issue. But the death of this young man, this young white Englishman, has gone unnoticed, undealt with. And there's another boy as well. He's called. Sorry, just bear with me. His name is Terry Gregory, who was also murdered in a racial attack as well. And these cases have been raised by activists with Boris Johnson as the Mayor of London. Yeah. And they were asked how many people are investigating the murder of these 2 boys, and the answer was none. Yeah. So there's no police people. Both of these are unsolved murders, racist attacks by black or brown people on these 2 white boys, and nobody is investigating those murders, and their names don't exist in the public consciousness. Something has got to stink there, hasn't it?
It's because it's not politically convenient to talk about them. I can't remember which boy it is now.
Sorry, Bangladesh is not Bengalis. Apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies to the Bengali community.
It's the one with the Bangladeshis. That case is even more surprising than you realise. They were criminals. The police had bugged their car for criminality.
Oh, really?
And had them on tape driving around London talking about, we're looking for someone white to kill. And they came across that kid and killed him. The police have got it all on tape.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Of the conversations in the car before they attacked that lad. That's how they knew who did it. They had them under surveillance. I'm not saying they were being followed at the time, but the conversations were being recorded.
They were being followed for other reasons, or taped for other reasons.
Yeah, for criminal matters. And nobody's ever heard of this story whatsoever. And that's because the Lawrence killing took a life of its own. Young people are being killed in London daily. But every now and again, like George Floyd, something happens and the race baiters want to use it for their own means, and that's what happened with the Lawrence case, and why this was completely ignored, because there's no benefit about finding Bengalis killing white boys in London. But this is the 2-tier justice system. Bangladeshis. Coming from, but this is the 2-tier policing system. Another example, completely opposite, is why are we still spending hundreds of thousands on the Madeleine McCann missing girl in Portugal, Spain, Portugal thing?
Have they not closed it now?
Still not closed it, but I'm not saying she doesn't deserve the investigation, but there's lots of other missing kids in this country who never get that. But she was a white girl, so it all depends. This is what political interference. What's politically convenient gets the resources.
Yeah.
If it's not politically convenient, it doesn't get the resources. It's not all to do with colour or religion. It's to do with politics. Hence, two-tier policing, two-tier criminal justice system. Of course it exists. Otherwise, how do we explain these cases?
Yeah, yeah. But I just think it's really heartbreaking, actually, that this 15-year-old kid has been murdered. His parents have never found, I'm assuming his parents are still alive, they've never been given closure.
I thought they caught the guys and convicted them from my memory, but I couldn't.
No, they haven't. So what happened was, so I've lost my page now, but the one person was given a life sentence, another person was sentenced 3 years for violent disorder, and Abdu Hai is now a Labour councillor. The third guy in the car, he was let off. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that you can't make this shit up.
Yeah. So he's now a politician.
So he didn't murder anybody, but he was with the people who murdered a kid.
Yes.
I'm now a Labour politician.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So, and I think he refers to this incident as the reason he went into politics, which may be totally genuine. So we can't assume that it's not the case. It's because he was mistakenly involved in this and whatever. But yeah, so they've never actually found the person who actually delivered the killing stroke, if you like. So
he's back in Bangladesh.
Yeah. Is it Bangladesh?
Yeah.
So, but I was quite shocked that Tommy Robinson made me aware of that, and I would say the majority of the British public are not aware of that killing of that young boy.
No.
And they should be. I mean, there should be people trying to get justice for that kid, but there's not.
No.
But if it had been a brown guy killed by 3 white guys, we would know their name inside out, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
I just thought it was very, very interesting.
Two-tier policing happens everywhere. Did you know that before George Floyd was killed, there was a very similar incident where the police killed a disabled white man?
No, I didn't know that.
We don't know. I think
we
it's
don't
called,
know his name, do we?
I think it's Tony Temper. He actually phoned the police himself. I think he was mentally learning difficulties or something.
Yeah.
The police turned up. He was agitated. The police didn't like it. They grabbed him, put him on the floor, sat on him. He died.
Yeah. And he wasn't a career criminal.
No, not career criminal. No riots. A white man, and we didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah.
Two-tier policing system. Always when you get politics involved in policing.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers. I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.